All right. See the microphone input. I am finishing up, getting ready. For those who are prepared for this 10 race today. Make sure audio is good. All right. This back on. That's good there. Now I just gotta put on my shoes and take my shot of honey. Much as I like these shoes, the cable for the boas have like this plastic, like this over top of it, and plastic is actually fraying, so it gets stuck in the boa. So it always makes a pain. All right. Almost there. I'll be on screen shortly if you're joining in. This is the usual 10 race series. All right, now that the honey's in the system, let's, time to get the party started. Warmed up. Core's checking. All right, good. Good. Come on, Zwift. What are you waiting on? So today is all about gravel. And I am going to use my gravel bike. Let's see, where's my gravel bike at? I thought about using the BMX bike for the first one. So here's my Grail. It's got 23 kilometers on it, so not really going to be functional for me. And then where's the, I thought I had another, oh, I think the Revolt is the other. Yeah, this is the other gravel bike. And so again, 0 kilometers on that, not really going to be useful. The mountain bike would actually be really good with 0 kilometers on that. So there's really no point in me using any of those bikes today. Or is the Scott Addict the other? Addict RC, is that a gravel bike? I don't know. I should know this stuff, but I don't. Yo, what's up, Darren? Hopefully you made it in time for this time slot. So I'm just gonna go with my SL8 with the DT Swiss. I don't know if I should go disc. No. Since the first one has quite a bit of downhill, I'm gonna go disc this time around. No, I want to fix it. How many minutes do I got left for the first event? And so I fully expect to suffer a bit. Mr. MK Power Plant sent me a link this morning to someone that that rode the race already, and so I got a chance to see what the first stage looks like, and it's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be very interesting. Again, the hard part about choosing whether or not you want to go with a gravel or a road bike or a mountain bike is, like, if we were just doing the jungle circuit, then mountain bike or gravel all day long. But we're going from road to gravel to boardwalk to cobbles to gravel to boardwalk to cobbles to pavers to, like, there's so many different changes in terrain type that I feel like if I just ride my race, then it's not going to be as big a deal. I also have to put me right before a climb, because if I didn't do enough climbing yesterday. So if you joined me last night, and then you're joining me again today, I appreciate you. Last night was more of just wanted to do a workout, wanted to hit my target goals of getting the Summit Seeker done. And so I did the last route of the Summit Seeker, which I really like that course. Going from through Titans Grove, you basically cross Titans Grove, you go up the Epic KOM, Radio Tower, and then back down, and you finish on the summit of Titans Grove. It's almost 1,000 meters of elevation gain. Not an easy course, but it's manageable. If you know how to race the Epic KOM, then it's manageable. Actually, I need to. So my Canon software got an update. So now I can switch to scene 1. And you can see my lovely face in HD and all its probably blurriness, because I was trying to get it focused earlier. It wasn't focusing correctly. And then I had to use the EOS utility and then make it focus. And hopefully it looks better. So how am I getting dropped by the Robo Pacer? What Robo Pacer did I choose? Did the 2-3? 2-2, something like that? Considering how little time I have left for the start of the race. Oh, I made a huge mistake. Oh, sweet Jesus, I didn't sign up for any of them. I wasn't initially planning on doing this today because I'm gonna sign up for all of them first. And the reason why I wasn't planning on doing it today was because the ride I did last night was a pretty hard workout. And then, yeah. And so, I was like, you know what? I got a lot to do in the house still. Maybe I don't need to throw another race in for the week. But I have a really light week next week. And so, I can afford to slack off next week a little bit. The name's not even changed. So the ladder, for those of you who like ladder racing, we are starting to go through our transition periods where teams can kind of reorganize, riders can move teams, kind of go through all that. And so we've not planned, at least our team captains have not planned anything for next week. And so we're kind of hopefully, so Darren, this whole series is based on gravel. I'm using my SL8 because it's fully upgraded. I'm looking at it as if the SL8 will help me perform better than my gravel bikes, then I'm just gonna go for it. I might not outperform other people, but my gravel bikes are at 0. No upgrades, and so no real advantage or no benefits to them at all. And so at least this bike should give me some. I'm gonna go with the disc for the first race, just because I want the extra weight coming down the hill. And I'm hoping that helps me. And so we'll see. So I say that to say that, I appreciate you going out there, that you'll do what I'm doing. Just know that I'm not making the best of decisions given the circumstances. Now, if I had my gravel bikes upgraded, I would have probably, even if one upgrade, I would have probably done that. Man of steel. But since I don't, I'm just going with what I know best, or what I know works, rather. I'm on a stream, so I don't need to start that. What I want to go into the pen. Yeah, I would say use your most upgraded bike then, if you don't have gravel bikes upgraded. I know JD's been talking about it, and kind of, especially since Zwift Insider mentioned that there's more. It seems like more gravel is coming, and I just like, between racing and between all the races that I do, I don't really have time or capacity to upgrade bikes. Like, my SL8's fully upgraded because I rode that every single day, every single race, every single workout until it was fully upgraded. My TT bike, I'm still at level 3, just hit level 3, because I only ride it 1 hour a week, even though when I first, so during the summer, thanks Greg, when I first started the summer break for school, I was riding morning and evening, essentially an hour, 2 hours, 2 hours every week on Thursdays. But that didn't help me level it up much, because the time constraints required to level up the TT bike are pretty wide. And so my TT bike is barely upgraded. I know ZRL is going to allow upgrades, especially for the TTTs. That is going to be crucial, because some people are going to be riding bikes that have high levels of achievements of upgrades, or they're riding the the super duper time trial bikes that you can only achieve when you upgrade to the other bikes. And that's going to make for a very askew result. So teams that perform well on a weekly basis for the CTTs are probably going to be outmatched by teams that have bikes from ill-gotten gains. I'll just say that right. No beating around the bush here. I think Zwift, while they're doing, obviously they announced that they're gonna make it so that way you can't do that stuff anymore. At the same time, I feel like they should go retroactively back, use whatever algorithm they're using now, go back and notify users and say, hey, this upgrade doesn't seem legit. Please verify, or it'll be removed. And like using Strava or using some other third-party app that can show, oh yes, I did do the work, but maybe Zwift didn't record it correctly. Or maybe I used my, some sort of like off-brand power meter and not a trainer specifically that the power, wasn't consistent or whatever the case is. However people do these things. And so, but it doesn't seem like they're going to do that. If you read the Swift Insider article, it seems like they're just going to leave it as is. And I get it. Eric Min is a good guy. And that's probably one of those conversations that they went back and forth on in the boardroom. And they finally were just like, for the cost and effort to go back through and do this, maybe it's just too much to deal with. And just leave it as is. And so he wants a good experience. Those people created a gooder experience for themselves, making it harder for others. But at the end of the day, if you're a stronger rider, you're gonna win. All right, I'm gonna jump into the pen. Means full hill for the ride on. If you're riding this, Drew, please let me know so I can stay on the wheel. Ooh, a lot of people in the pen. Gravel bikes. Okay, I'm gonna shut this off, switch to a different audio source. Which I should have been. Oh, oh my God. That's funny. So I've raced Drew a handful of times. Fantastic racer, and his power is incredible. Absolutely incredible. And so if I can hold his wheel, it is definitely a guarantee that it'll be better outcome than if I can't. Now for this first race, I'm gonna pull a Mike Bell shenanigans. And I'm just gonna go hard out the gate because I wanna hit that downhill with as much momentum as possible. Oh, the fake Mike Bell is in here.
Right on.
I know she's real, she's a real person. But I call her the fake Mike Bell because she doesn't have a flag associated with her nation, and the only M Bell that I recognize is my buddy Mike, who I don't think is in this today. He's had some good races the last few days, tough races. And he switched to default team. So he on the TTT on Thursday raced like 3 races, essentially morning, noon, and night. And that's not easy. Even though the morning runs are not as hard as the evening ones, it's still hard. Like, it's still hard. Oh, another thing to mention, Darren, if you're still listening, if I remember correctly, we only get 1 power-up. And that 1 power-up is the, what's it called? The steamroller. So I would recommend saving that for the end. I don't know, man. I hope I'm right too about this, because my gravel bikes aren't going to help me in this one, that's for sure. All right. Holy smokes. Over here, to my right. Hold on to your sumo retrieval. Wow. There's Darren. What's up, buddy?
Wow. Straight through the wall. Oh, so good. Wow. That was terrible. Oh, look, Greg Duchess, or whatever his last name is in the race. Let's get into the next one. 7 minutes to go. I'm gonna switch my 65. No, wrong button. The wrong button. All right, let's take this up, as well as have some cooling. All right, go with this. Just to cool myself down as quickly as possible in preparation for the next round. So, keep the legs spinning. Got my gears. Well, the discs definitely didn't help on this last one. Oh, come on, Zwift. Ah. I tried this out this weekend, and it definitely helped a little bit. I'm talking about like a tenth of a degree. Oh, so remember, if you use the command exclamation point but how, it'll pop up a list of actions that you guys can do. Oh, you got 14th, awesome, man. I was way up there, I think in the 40s, maybe. I don't know, I did bad. That launch off the front hurt me a lot, but on top of that, it was definitely fast. Well, the first race is always faster than what people expect. Okay. The core temperature is still going up a little bit. Heart rate's come down though. And so the idea behind Palmer cooling is it's supposed to help with repeated power. You get your core temperature down, helps you recover a little faster. And then you can repeat your power. So we'll see if that That rings true. Oh man. I think if the last race is the same, I know we're on the same route. If it's the same, then I might consider trying out the gravel. We don't get too many options or opportunities to try different equipment with the same race. So hopefully, we'll see. Man, oh man. I do want to say though, if you're ever racing ladder races and you see the name Pole Hill, just know you don't let him get to the end with you, because he's got such a strong sprint and like a long distance sprint at that. And so good guy to race with. All right, so the heart rate's going in the opposite direction, or the body temperature, the heart rate's going in the right direction. So we'll see. I know the core sensor does take time in order to average out, because it calculates your core temperature. It doesn't directly measure it. All right. The name of the game for these races is recover as quickly as possible.
Right on.
All right. And so the reason why I have this over my hands is the palm has blood vessels that bridge between the arteries and veins, bypassing capillaries. And so you can cool that, basically cool your blood directly down, which should cool down your core temperature. Even though mine's going in the opposite direction, but with my heart rate coming down, I feel like it is working. As I'm listening to the song Welcome to the Limit. This group is exceptionally strong today. If it's possible to get better cooling, I probably have to stop pedaling. But I don't want my legs to stop and kind of seize up on me. Because as you saw, it's not just my legs, it's my trainer will basically stop. And then you have to like tighten up again. This one, man, yeah, that first race was a lot harder and a lot faster than I thought. Now, it's possible that because we were going downhill the entire time, a lot of heavier bodies, and so that made it faster, but I was struggling to keep up. And usually on the downhill, I don't have to work that hard to keep up. All right, less than a minute, put this down. Do some more. Come on. Now it's time to just stay in the pack and work where I can. Even though I'm close to the top, I'm definitely not going to go over.
Right on. Right on. Right on.
And two in front of me, Darren right behind me. Good, good line. A couple of escapees. Ah. Oh my God. 17. Better than the last one. Oh my God. Ah. Whew. Man, oh man. Oh my God. Okay. Try this again.
Right on.
Okay, ladders. Man, ladders definitely its own special breed of races. With the legs spinning. Why am I in gear 17 still? I still think I'm having gear issues because, as you can see, going at 80 RPM in gear 17, not normal. But when I get going, the power seems to work just fine. Because I've had races where my power drops out completely. Oh. All right. All right. Cool. Beeblebrox TV. I'll have to check it out. It's always good to get other people's perspectives on these races. Well, considering my core temperature didn't come up that much, my heart rate's already down to base. So it's always good. Yeah, if you haven't already been to Drew's channel, Drew Hill, again, fantastic racer. Same thing with Darren. Check them out. Tomorrow I'm actually receiving, I have little gloves that I'm gonna adapt to this instead of this little. So this is actually a knee brace sleeve. Thanks, Greg. Yeah, it is a huge pen, man. Bigger, this is probably the biggest one I've seen in months. And so, but yeah, you and Drew are doing great. Definitely making everybody work. I do have my fan on high. For once, last 3 races I did my fan on low. Like the last tiny race I did, and man, I was hurting. I don't think I have the water cold enough to penetrate. I mean, it definitely feels good, don't get me wrong. But might need a smidge colder to be more effective. All right, need to go. Let me take this off. I meant to switch it to scene 1 in between. I'll switch it after this. Oh man, here we go again. I don't know if we're finishing in the same area. Since this was a last minute decision, I didn't really check the routes. I took a look at the Zwift Insider website and saw the screenshots he provided, which has been absolutely fantastic. In case Eric does see this, thank you so much for adding where the endings are at and just really breaking down these challenges for people like me who visually can use the reference. All right.
Ride on.
Coming off the front already. And the sauce has betrayed me, not showing me the route. Turn left. Oh my God. I was scared. We were gonna go up the hilly KOM. At least the first half. You put Peloton speeds. I see Drew off to my left. Nope. Don't want to be off the front. You know how to work that descent? It's actually really good descent to create a split. Because you go slight uphill, fast down, slight up, and then flats. And so you catch lightweighters off guard on that descent, you power through that secondary little hill. Now you've got a 1-2 second gap that you can use to your advantage if you're team racing. But today, we are pack surfing. Okay, got Porville to my right. And keep an eye on Darren as well. See if we can pull each other. And Greg from OTR. We can pull each other. And that puts pressure on the group. One must have been sick and tired of the pace. I feel like they hear me talking, they know we're going too slow. Sweet Jesus. Yeah, I saw 20 at the end. Not fair. All right, last one. Last one. Last one. Now I'm gonna go with the gravel. Oh my God. I know there's this one. Let's see. Both 1 star. My God. Another greenish hue. Oh my God. All right, we'll see if this works. All right. Jesus. Oh my God, that hurt. All right, what we got left? 5 and change.
Right on.
Oh my God. My congrats to the IFBB coach. Is a slight bit of an underhand because he is a professional bodybuilder. But like those guys, whatever they are, because the brain's not working right now, and there's always speculation on his weight. I'm not saying he's not strong. I think he's a lot stronger than he lets on in these races, but I always am cautious because on one of his videos last year, he mentioned how him and the other guy he was racing with had to adjust their weight so they could keep up with everybody else. And since then, I'm like, I don't know. I don't like that. But like I said, I think if he had his proper weight, now he does do the fitness competitions at like 80 something kilograms. So he's not a big dude in terms of like height, but he's dense with muscle. So I'm always curious. And again, you know, him just putting that out there last year, he's kind of left one of those like, like is he not? Like I said, I think if he raced at his actual weight, I think he's still strong enough to beat everybody in the sprint because he is a strong dude. That's not a joke. Like, that's not a concern of mine. I wish my legs were that strong. Ooh, I see MK Power Plant on my sauce. I see his little logo. It means he's close by. You can give a high five. All right, let me switch to the default theme before I forget. And then get ready. for this last and final race. You can see my body temperature has come down ever so slightly. Heart rate's looking good. So I don't think we're going the same direction this time around. But oh, wish me, yeah. Switch rags. This one is soaked. Okay. All right.
Right on.
Oh man. All right. Almost there. Hopefully, Paul Hill, this was all the pain and torture you were looking for. And I think, nothing else, I think he would see that he's probably racing with people definitely at his ability and better. Probably not too many better, but definitely better. And then there's guys like me who can hope to hold on to this wheel. But again, that's like I've always said, I do these races because I'm racing with better people.
Right on.
Faster racers, stronger racers. And I am good with, if I can look at the power numbers that I'm doing, heart rate and all that stuff, and I can match your effort, then I can learn how to do it again repeatedly. It may take me a while, like it's taken me all year, but all right, here we go. 5 seconds. Get back on this. Woohoo, last race. Let's see. Let's see how the grill's doing. Those are all downhill. If we're going left. If you're not a sprinter, that's how you learn to sprint on these bridges and these short hills. Yeah, sick and tired of getting dropped on those hills and those ridges. And so I learned to use that to my advantage. Nice mountain bike. Should have rode the BMX on this one. Didn't have a state profile, would have been good. This grill definitely feels good. I'll tell you what. Hey, runner. Ah. Ah. Oh my God. All right. Almost came off of my wheel stand. The 10th place, though, not bad. So I got the top 20, the top 10. Well, my score shouldn't change much. Oh my God. That was good. My whole setup shifted forward. Ah. That's just this time around, Greg. Last time I was opposite. I got worse every round. So I gotta say, the grail on the gravel, obviously it's a gravel bike, but I definitely felt like it was easier to stay with the group. I think if I would have used that the first round, I could have probably done better. Nah. All right, we're at 7 kilometers. I'm not gonna climb anymore. Man, oh man. Let's switch to camera 1, because I can now. I gotta check your group thing in my ear. That's what I was listening to. Put this back in. That was tough, man. Definitely brutal racing. How'd you guys do? Greg, Darren, Drew, and anyone else that's in here? So as much as, yeah, my legs are shaking. I do like these races, don't get me wrong. Oh man, I like them hours after they're finished. Because these are tough races, man. Tough races. If you guys don't already know, Riz, who's my team captain on the ladder race for DW Crabs, is doing a September 11th Memorial Ride. Feel free to pop in. He's got 2 different times that he's running it at. Check out. So if you go to the Discord that I have, the chatbot should have been linking it, but let me see if the command works. Maybe the chatbot froze. But if you go into our Discord, which is JD's Pain Inc. Discord, the event's in there. If not, just message me, however you want to message me, and I'll get you the Discord link. Oh, there you go. Chatbot's still working. So, also, it's in the description, the Discord. So check it out in there. I will update the description to include the event for Riz's September 11th Memorial Race Ride. It's going to be awesome. 2 laps in New York. It's going to be painful. 14.5, 14.42. That's good, man. That's real good. That's good consistency. Staying in the top 20 on those. Oh, no. Yeah, it's 4 VO2 max sessions for 5+ minutes. There's just no getting around it. And so it's painful. Very, very painful. And if you're not used to it, and like, I'm very well prepared for these. Like, so my normal routine when it comes to hydration and stuff, I have to compress it to a smaller time window. But 2 hours before the race, I'm packing in the electrolytes and water and MCT powder, which is a ketone supplement. And then half hour before the race, pack in more electrolytes, as well as get two tablespoons of honey to get a spike in blood glucose. Because honey, as well as any other like simple sugar, gets into the bloodstream pretty quickly. And so it takes about half an hour to spike the blood glucose, but because you're exercising, it bypasses, muscle can independently uptake glucose. So because you're exercising, you won't like store a lot of what you intake at the moment, as long as you don't go overboard. And so those 2 tablespoons are going to get used in this race and help me through the 4 races. And then I'm hydrating through the race. I have a B12 supplement, energy drink that I drink. And it's not a 5-hour energy, but it's similar. It's got some protein, got some carbs. And then I take CoQ10 and CLA half an hour before the race, if not 2 hours before the race, ideal, just to have it in my system. And it all works its magic. And then on top of all the cooling stuff that I'm doing, it is a science experiment, to say the least. Dude, my legs hurt. Oh my God, they're vibrating, especially after yesterday's ride. Dude, Rich, when he fell, man, I was like, we heard it, and then when I saw the replay afterwards, I could not believe that. That's almost happened to me once before, where my quick release wasn't on correctly. And so I've had where I'm riding and I'll hear like a clicking. And I couldn't, for a while, I couldn't figure out what that was. I thought it was my chain. I thought it was my bottom bracket. My derailleur does click a little bit because it like, the chain pulls it ever so slightly. So it kind of pulls back and like almost flicks itself. And so that'll happen to me every now and then. But back then it turned out to be my quick release was ever so slightly loose and my bike was wobbling. Thankfully, I didn't actually come off the bike like Rich did. Because that was, man, that's scary. Very scary. And so, Drew, I don't know if your team is racing this week, if OTR is racing this week, but because of the whole transition period, we're kind of, seems like we're not doing anything this week. So if you're going to jump into any of the Z racing, feel free to let us know. So I'd love to do what we did a couple weeks ago. I am going to be racing on Monday. I just don't know what pen I'm going to be in. Because today, let's see, did my score change at all? Activities. So the fourth race is not up yet. So I went up to 577. Shoot, that might kick me out of the range one pen. Oh my God, my legs. All right, let me see if I can go into the events here for Monday and see what the ranges are. So if anyone wants to race Monday night, we usually do 6:10 p.m. Eastern time for those on Eastern time. Ooh, it's in the Rolling Highlands. I love the Scotland courses. Definitely my absolute favorite. I'm in 570 to 725. So I will probably be spectating. No, I'll probably race it still. It's going to hurt though. At least it'll drop my score. But I do like the Scotland courses. I like the Yorkshire courses. They're really, really hard. But I like the pain, the climbingness of it. Rick, here's the ZRS. I should. God, man, I just maybe we'll see how if I got the legs to race tomorrow in the Z racing. Maybe I'll drop it down to 7 points that I need. Yeah, I'll definitely let you know. But Monday for sure we'll be racing. You know, JD, it's usually on JD's channel. He's live streaming it, and we all just kind of pile into the pen. And so we'll be there. Like I said, if I can, maybe I'll do one of the, I do want to, so for the for the Titans Grove. So yesterday I did a workout. At the end of my workout, I did I got the KOM for Titans Grove Reverse, which is a shorter, steeper route. I got 1:49. Halfway up, my estimated time was 59 seconds. I'm gonna probably this coming week on fresh legs see if I can take the Titans Grove KOM reverse on Strava, like the official KOM. And so I will see if I can plan a day, midweek, something. Probably not. Actually, I might do, if I can do it Wednesday, I'll do it Wednesday. If not, I'll plan it for Friday after the TTT. And so if I can take it, it'll be great because that's a nice little steep, sharp challenge. And we'll see how that goes. But until then, gonna do the regular racing. Definitely on Monday. We'll be in there. Like I said, I might race tomorrow to just kind of coast and let my score drop a bit. We'll see what, I gotta see what the fourth race does to my score. And then I'll see if I can find a good pen, because I don't think my fourth race is there yet. Activities. No, it's not there. And I think it's just because I haven't ended my rec. All right. So I'm going to get out of here. I'm going to end this. Hopefully this, we'll see how my score does. And like I said, no, end. And if I can bring myself back into the 570 group, I will. And then we can have a lot of fun on Monday. A whole lot of fun with all the madness, especially on that Scotland course. We got a lot of proficient club ladder racers that can wreak some havoc. But for now, I'm out of here, guys. Gonna head out with the family. Enjoy your weekend. If you're heading outdoors to ride, like some weirdos, JD, looking at you. Have fun. Stay safe. Now we'll catch you guys. Catch you guys on the next time. Cheers, guys. Oh, my legs. Peace.